Personalize the heck out of that essay, okay? Hey guys, it's your girl Nasia and welcome back to another YouTube video. And so I want to first start out by saying I will now start uploading more content about pre-nursing journeys. I'm not going to go into detail about my pre-nursing journey. My main goal for my channel was to give advice to other people who was in the same position as I was when I was going into my pre-nursing journey and then into nursing school and etc. You guys will be seeing my journey like after nursing school and stuff like that and during nursing school. But my main purpose is to help you guys out because I know I wanted that same help too. So I want to give you guys tips and advice on like stuff that I did, stuff that I could have done that would have made my life so much easier. So that is the main purpose for my channel. And today my video is going to be on how to start your pre-nursing journey. So I'm going to do this video in 6 different segments. So I'm going to start off with phase 1. For phase 1, do you want to tell yourself, you want to ask yourself, is nursing for you? And here's why. Do you see yourself doing nursing? Do you really want to do nursing, or are you doing it for the money? Money or passion, which one is it? Because you don't want to go into the nursing field for the wrong reasons. If you do, you're going to hate your job. And if you hate your job, you're going to put people's lives in jeopardy, and you don't want to do that because the obvious. Why would you want to do that? But so first decide whether or not if nursing is really for you or if you're just doing it for the money.
Hello, I like money.
If you're doing it for the money, do it in a different career path. You also want to ask yourself, is it going to make you happy? You don't want to do something that's not going to make you happy. You don't want to do something if you're not passionate about it. And if you do have passion for nursing, but you don't know where to start or you don't have any experience in nursing, what you want to do is you want to build your experience in healthcare first and build your way up into nursing. So you want to get a part-time job in a healthcare facility or a clinic or whatever the case may be. Or it could just be in an internship. So phase 1, focus on whether or not nursing is for you. Are you passionate about it or are you not passionate about it? Do you see yourself doing it long term or not? That's phase 1, and that's what you need to find out before you move on to phase 2. Phase 2 is create a 5 to 10 year timeline of when and how you want to start nursing school. When do you want to apply to nursing school? Do you want to do an accelerated track, or do you want to do a traditional track, which is 2 to 4 years long? Do you want to focus on something else and then do nursing school? Do you want to take a break? Do you want to build experience? You need to think of stuff like that. You want to plan it out. You don't want to just jump into something sporadically and then, you waste money, waste time, you waste energy that could have been applied to somewhere else. So you want to really plan it out first and make sure it's logical, because it's not something you just want to jump into. Phase 3 is basically just, okay, now it's time to think about what schools I want to apply for. Now, first you want to think of, do I want to do an accelerated program or a traditional 2 to 3 year program or 2 to 4 year program? And it differs from person to person. Some people want to just have a timeline where they want to become a nurse as soon as possible. Some people want to take their time because they can't cram everything into 15-12 months. It differs from person to person. And also another thing is, you want to consider, do you want to be local, close to home, or do you want to go off to a different state, experience a different scenery? Do you want to go to a cheaper program? Maybe you want to go to a community college. You want to do your research and see what has the cheapest programs. Also, you want to think about how many schools do you want to apply to. Now, do not apply to more than 5 programs. I'm telling you right now, do not do that to yourself. It is unnecessary. When I tell you guys, I was trying to apply to 11 schools and I only applied to 4 of them. I was gonna apply to 6. I narrowed it down from 11 to 6, and I was gonna apply to 6. But I had only applied to 4 when I started hearing back from schools, and I got into 3 out of the 4. So I didn't need to apply to anything else. Guys, just keep it simple. If you know you've worked hard, you will get into nursing school. You will get into at least one nursing program. Nursing programs are competitive, so let's be real with yourself, you know. But also, another thing that you do not want to do, you do not want to put all your eggs in one basket, which means you do not want to, apply to a bunch of nursing programs, but you do not want to just apply to just one program, especially if it's a mad competitive program. Don't do that if you're really trying to get into nursing school as soon as possible. So I know, like, handling nursing applications, especially if you're trying to apply to like a good handful, 5-6 nursing programs, it's gonna become chaotic, and you're gonna want to organize it in a way where you meet all of the deadlines and you hit all the prerequisites and stuff like that. You want to plan it out just really efficiently, and I want to show you guys what I did.
Okay guys, so this is the Excel sheet I made for nursing school. As you can see, the list of nursing schools I applied to, I had the tuition, the phone number of these schools, the email so I could contact them if I had any questions, and then I had the type of program, accelerated, traditional, how long the program is, the deadlines, if I'm gonna need room and board, where the school is located, what city, of course the NCLEX rate, because you want to get the best program that has the successful NCLEX rate, and then the prerequisites are exams that I need, and then the acceptance rate to see if it's really feasible, if I'm gonna actually get into the program or not. And also I added like how much recommendation letters they need, which is the parentheses and then the number after the school's name, and the color code. Green is just the schools I applied to, yellow is the schools I haven't applied to, and then blue is the deadlines that's coming up. And yeah guys, that's basically what I did, and I think you guys should do it too.
So you guys want to make an Excel spreadsheet. That is by far the easiest method that makes the most sense, especially if you're a visual person. Also, another thing that I forgot to mention was, when applying to nursing schools and looking at the curriculum, you want to already have an idea of what specialty you want to be as a nurse. What kind of nurse do you want to be? Do you want to be a cardiac RN? Do you want to go into public health nursing? Do you want to do pediatrics? Do you want to do geriatrics? You want to already have that specialty. Know yourself. Know what population you could see yourself working with, and know what population you don't really see yourself working with. And from the interest that you already have in your head, that's gathered in your head, you want to look at the school's curriculum, and you want to see what they have, what they're going to teach you, what they're going to cover in clinicals, and what they won't teach you. That's how I narrow some of my nursing schools down, because, for example, Binghamton University, great university, reasonable price, accelerated program, which is what I wanted, but they did not have public health nursing or population health nursing. They did not have that in their curriculum, and that's something that I'm really interested in at the moment, but other schools had that in their curriculum. So I took Binghamton out of my list of applications that I was going to apply to, and that just made my life so much easier. Now for phase 4 is, what prerequisites will you be taking? Now, you do not want to take prerequisites that is going to stress you out, prerequisites that's not really common for nursing schools. And what I mean by that is prerequisites like organic chemistry or biochemistry, prerequisites that you see for med school but you don't really see for nursing school. If you have the prerequisites, that's amazing, but like, if you don't overstress yourself trying to figure out a way to accommodate. Don't try to stress yourself trying to figure out a way to accommodate for extremely hard courses, when you could just do more research and trying to align schools that fit your interests but also have similar prerequisites. That will make your life 10 times as easy than making it difficult. It doesn't need to be that difficult. So don't overwhelm yourself. The process is going to be stressful, but let me tell you, nursing school is going to be 10 times as stressful, and you want to save your energy for nursing school. Do not wait to do things at the last minute. Do not overwhelm yourself. Okay, save all that stress, energy, effort for nursing school itself. You want to still use effort, but you guys know what I'm trying to get at. Phase 5. So after you figured out what schools you're going to, what prerequisites you need, now it's time to go ahead and take those prerequisites. Try to organize a way of what prerequisites you want to take each by semester. If you're in school, separate the science classes. Take 1 to 2 science classes max each semester. Do not try to take 5 science classes in one semester. That's just crazy. But if you could do it, do it. But I won't suggest it. Do not stress yourself out. Please take care of your body. Your body is your temple. You cannot take care of other people if you do not take care of yourself. But like I said, you want to divide your prerequisites into the semesters. Now, if you are going into an accelerated program and you're switching careers, you decide that, I already have my bachelor's degree in something else, but I want to go back to nursing school and I want to pursue an accelerated degree. But I haven't went to school in 10 years, 15 years, and you want to start retaking these prerequisites. Now try to do this. Try to take the prerequisites in a way that fits your schedule, that fits the job that you currently have, because I know you still have to manage the bills, you still have an income coming in, and it's a hard transition into a different career. So try to manage that and manage your time with the prerequisites with your outside life. And now once you start going to classes for your prerequisites, you wanna do things really logical. You wanna get to class on time, and you wanna be active in class. And now I'm gonna tell you why. You want to network with your professors for your prerequisites, because you will need recommendations for nursing school. Now, if you're shy, I'm a shy person, so what I would like to do is, I may have not raised my hand as much in class, but if I had questions, I always stay back till the end. I asked the professor, hey, could you explain this and that a little bit more? Or I had a question about this, and you could easily get a conversation going, and the professor would see how hard you're working and how motivated you are. You're coming to class on time. You're actually putting effort into the course. So if he or she sees your effort that you're putting into your prerequisites, then they would be pleased to give you a recommendation, an amazing recommendation for nursing school. So I suggest you do that, and especially do that for your science prerequisites, because the science classes are going to be the most challenging classes. And now if you don't get a good grade in it, but you get a good recommendation letter from the professor, that shows determination, perseverance. You tried your best, and nursing schools like to see that. Also, make sure you plan out how long your prerequisites will take you, just so it fits what your goals is, what your timeline is for when you want to become an RN, for when you want to start your nursing career. Make sure you just align your timeline, when you want to finish your prerequisites. Just align everything together, especially if you're not doing this in your undergrad and you're doing this after you've already graduated and you're just trying to manage it on your own. So I recommend trying to set a deadline to when you want to complete all your prerequisites. Okay guys, phase 6. Now, if you're in the phase where you're already finished with your prerequisites and you now want to go into applying for nursing school, this is the phase where I'm about to discuss that. So now you want to dedicate, if you're a full-time college student and you have winter breaks and summer breaks, you want to dedicate 2 months to nursing school applications, either in your summer break or your fall or your winter break. So I did my winter break not by choice. Do not do your winter break. I suggest doing your summer break because you have more time to yourself. Right after I finished my fall semester, I had gotten COVID the beginning of my winter break, and it was a hot mess because I was still recovering and I had 2 weeks to study and take my TEAS exams and passed it with an advanced score while doing my personal essay and everything else. So I actually really just had a month to complete my applications. So don't do that. Do the summer. The summer you have more wiggle room, more time, and all of that. Now, if you're not a full-time student and if you're not in college, I suggest dedicating 5 to 6 months for nursing school. If you're not gonna like dedicate every week to it, you want to still give yourself enough time to meet your deadlines. So I suggest like start the process 6 months before the deadline. If you're managing outside, commitments, full-time jobs and all of that, I would say 5 to 6 months just to be on the safe side. Now, what you want to include in your nursing application is you want to include your examination score. Now, if your program, some programs, they don't require an examination. Some programs do. My program required its TEAS exams. Other programs required, I don't really know how to say the name, HE. I'm not even gonna spell it, but I'm gonna add it to the video when I find out the name of it. Other programs require that in New York City as well, and some programs, they just have their own separate exam. So a lot of programs do require an entry exam. So then another thing that you're gonna need to include is a personal essay. Personalize the heck out of that essay, okay? That is going to make or break your application. That is gonna make the difference between 2 people that has the same score as you, 2 people that has the same grades as you. Now, the third thing that you're gonna add is your recommendation letters. Give your recommenders at least a month in advance prior to the date that you're gonna ask them to give you the recommendations for. Give them in a month in advance. Do not ask them a week before because they might say no. Okay, you want to give them a month in advance, and it's just more professional that way. You don't want to just rush them and then they're not going to give you a decent recommendation. Now, the fourth thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to revise essay, and you're going to want to add all of the experiences that you've achieved, that you've accomplished, whether it be, employment, or it could just be extracurriculars, volunteer activities, and even certifications. Things that, you have experience in healthcare, and it don't even have to be work experience. Experience in healthcare is just what makes you a better nurse, okay? And now, the other thing is you want to pray, okay? I think I had luck. I prayed every night to get to where I am today, and I couldn't have gotten to where I am without God on my side, because I went through heck of a lot to get to where I am, and I could not have done it without prayer. So guys, if you're religious, I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to force anybody into religion, but I'm just saying for those who are religious like I am, make sure you pray. You can't expect to do it without that. Okay guys, now my last piece of advice is, if it's meant to be, it will. And what I mean by that is, God has a plan for everybody, and if things don't work out, it just means that it's not ready for you in that moment. So if you do not get into that one nursing school that you really, really want to work out so much, it's not meant to be, and God has seen something that you're not seeing down the line. And I'm telling you guys this from experience. I got rejected twice from nursing school, and I'm into nursing school on my third try, and it's so much more cheaper than the first two options. Like, I could barely afford this program, and this is the cheapest program in the city. So let's be real. Things will work out, okay? But when God's ready for it to work out. It will upset you in the moment.
No! God, please, no! No!
But I promise you, give it time and you'll see things is meant to be when it is meant to be. But yeah, overall guys, don't stress yourself out. Be proud of your accomplishments, because one day that nursing school will see the passion that you hold for nursing, and you will become that boss. You'll become that nurse, okay? And you will leave an impact, that impact that you want to leave. So yeah, this is it. This is my first pre-nursing video. There's definitely more to come. I gave you guys 6 phases, and I'll definitely be going more in detail in my next up and coming videos. So stay tuned for that, because I have a lot of good juicy tips and advice, okay? So that is it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and I will see you guys in my next YouTube video.